Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. We are back again with another video. In this video, we would be discussing about taxation of expatriates working in India. If you are new to our channel, please like and subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon so that you get updates about our new videos. Let's get started. First, expatriates or expats in India. Due to globalization, a lot of Indians goes out of the country for jobs, vacations etc. and similarly a lot of foreign citizens comes to India. Accordingly, the citizens of one country have to pay taxes in one country or sometimes in both countries, with respect to income earned from services rendered or conducting business or profession in another country. In simple terms, expatriates or expats in India are foreign citizens or foreign residents who has come to India either for employment or business or for some other purpose etc. Second, taxation of salary income of expats in India. The basic rule of taxation of salary income is that salary is taxable in the country where the employee is physically present while rendering services. B. In India, taxability of expat depends upon his residential status, place of rendering of service and place of receipt of salary. C. In case of resident expats, global income is taxable in India, whereas in case of RNOR, resident but not ordinary resident, and NR, non-resident, only income received in India or sourced from India is taxable in India. D. Residential status. For an expat, the residential status is to be determined as per two views, that is, the Income Tax Act and the DTAA. There are certain instances where the expat may be a resident of both countries as per the relevant taxation laws. This gives rise to the tiebreaker rule. The factors to be considered for this are as follows. A. Permanent home. The country in which she has a permanent home available to him, her. B. Center of vital interest. The country with which her personal and economic relations are closer. C. Habitual abode. The country in which she has a habitual abode. D. Nationality. Country of which she is a national. E. Competent authorities, as determined by mutual agreement between both the country's competent authorities. E. Deemed tax residence. An individual who is an Indian citizen shall be deemed to be a resident of India in the previous year if he is not liable to pay tax in any other country or territory. F. In case of resident expats, his income earned outside India also becomes taxable in India. G. In case expats visits India and renders service in India, he would be liable to pay tax on income earned in India even if salary is paid outside India. H. Expenses incurred by an employer in moving an expatriate to and from India and home leave airfares are not considered taxable income in India. Similarly, payments made in an expatriate's home country as retirement benefits are also not considered as income earned in India. Third, what are the concessions available to expats under Indian Income Tax Act? Under the Act, some concessions have been provided to expats as mentioned below. A. In case any expat is receiving salary in India for rendering service in India, however it is in payroll at foreign enterprise, he will not be liable to pay tax in India if following conditions are fulfilled. First, the foreign enterprise is not engaged in any trade or business in India. Second, the expat is not present in India for more than 90 days in the year. Third, the remuneration is not liable to be deducted in computing the employer's taxable income in India. B. A foreigner, including a non-resident Indian, who was not resident in India in any of the 4 financial years immediately preceding the year of arrival in India, is entitled to a special tax concession if provided. First, the foreigner has specialized knowledge and experience in certain specified industries. Second, the individual is employed in any business in India in a capacity in which specialized knowledge and experience are used. Third, salary received by a non-resident foreigner in connection with employment on a foreign ship is exempt from tax if the employee's stay in India during a year does not exceed 90 days. Fourth, tax return filing of expat. The due date for filing the India tax return is 31st of July following the end of every fiscal year. The return can be filed either manually or electronically. However, electronic filing is mandatory in cases where the taxable income exceeds INR 500,000. There is no system of joint filing of tax return with spouse. The return may be subjected to scrutiny by revenue authorities. Fifth, permanent establishment, PE, exposure. Deputation of assignees to India may lead to a PE of the overseas entity in India if the assignment is not appropriately structured. Accordingly, the profits attributable to the assignee's services may be considered taxable in India. 6. Social Security obligations in India. Foreign nationals, that is, international workers, IWs, working in establishments in India to which employees' provident fund, PF, regulations apply are required to contribute to the PF except those who have been specifically exempted under the regulations. 7. Social Security agreements, SSA, assignees from countries with whom India has signed an SSA, contributing towards the social security of the home country and holding certificate of coverage, COC, from the home country, will not be required to contribute towards the Indian Social Security. The COC needs to be filed with the PF authorities. 8. Mandatory contribution. As per the provisions of the PF scheme, both employer as well as employee will contribute 12% of monthly pay, as defined. Out of the employer's contribution, 8.33% of monthly pay will be towards the pension fund and balance 3.67% will be towards provident fund. Salary will include the total salary. Whether received in India or abroad, an employer needs to deposit the PF by the 15th of the next month. The details of the assignees also need to be provided on a monthly basis in a prescribed form. 9. Other relevant regulations for foreign nationals. There are other regulations which may be of interest to the foreign nationals working in India. Some of these are listed below. A. Visa. An expatriate needs to secure an employment visa for working in India. Expatriates visiting India even for a short span may require an e-visa on account of the nature of their work in India, and hence care should be taken to obtain the correct visa for visiting India. B. Registration. Foreign nationals working in India need to obtain registration with the FRRO within 14 days of their arrival in India. This registration needs to be renewed periodically during their service tenure in India. C. Person of Indian origin, PIO, and overseas citizens of India, OCI, card holders. Visa and registration requirements for person of Indian origin, POI, and overseas citizens of India, OCI, card holders are as follows. Visa PO card not required, OCI card not required. Registration with FRRO PO card required if stay exceeds 180 days, PO card not required. D. Exchange control. India has liberalized its exchange control provisions to allow expatriates to freely repatriate their remuneration back to the home country after payment of appropriate taxes and social security and submission of appropriate documents. The norms also permit employers to make direct payments to the employees' foreign bank accounts net of appropriate taxes and social security. 10. Documents required for expatriates' tax return. 1. Copy of passport and PAN card. 2. Copy of bank statement for financial year starting 1st April to 31st March. 3rd. Copy of Form 16, 16A. 4th. Details of number of days of stay in India in last 1 year, last 4 years, last 7 years and last 10 years. 5. Details of any income earned outside India with proof of taxes paid and return filed outside India. 6. Details of investment made under Section 80C and LIC, mutual fund, PF, PPF. Details of any investment made in any property outside India. 8th. Tax identification number of foreign country where income is earned. 9th. Copy of agreement with employer either in India or abroad. 10th. Details of any other income in India. 11th. Details of social security contributions outside India. 12th. Password for login into tax department website. One of the challenges faced by expats working in India is to find good professional advice relating to filing of tax returns in India, since it involves familiarity with international tax concepts and interpretation of double taxation treaties between two countries. It is advisable to take professional advice from chartered accountant or lawyer for following services in India. A. Determination of residential status of expats in India to determine tax liability. B. Determination of accrual or receipt of income in India. C. Determination of salary component to understand taxable and exempt portion. D. Interpretation of DTAA between India and home country of expats as well as DTAA of other countries in case expats habitually abode in more than one country for availing treaty benefits. F. Advising on types of documents to be maintained by expats in support of filing tax returns and in claiming treaty benefits. G. Expat tax return assistance in preparation and submission of income tax return of expats. H. Replying to notices received from tax authorities and representation to discuss the case. I. Advisory on various deductions, exemptions available under the Act. J. Assistance in the opening of a bank account in India, applying for PAN. With this we come to end to this video where we have discussed about taxation of expats in India. In case you like our video, kindly subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. If you have any queries or feedback or suggestions, kindly comment on comment section. Also, share the video. Till next time, happy learning.